It all starts in this room. First time I did this gesture, I was not even 15. I've done it thousands of times since. And now, 30 years have gone by. I don't know exactly what struck me first about Oasis. Maybe that weird backbeat. Maybe the melodies. Simple yet massive. Maybe that voice. Or Noel's sound. Or maybe it was just the fact that two brothers, so different in every way, were unknowingly changing the rules of rock. I don't know. I just knew I'd found something special. And if in '95, when everyone else around you's vibing to dance music, you're there blasting Oasis, well, you're a bit of a misfit in it, and you've got something to scream out loud. At 15, I'd already taken a few punches from life, and rage was running through my veins. As time went on, I got pulled in deeper. They were real, angry, worn down by that small town life that kills your dreams. As a teen, I felt them so deeply I started seeing red brick walls, pints of beer, endless grey skies spitting rain. I tied my own struggle to an England I'd never even been to, dreamt up from the deep, deep south where I was born. Those were epic years. Every win, every discovery had its perfect soundtrack. And now, it's been 15 years since I lived in this room. More or less the same time the band ceased to exist. Out there, the world has changed completely. But in this room, not much has. Maybe just me. August 27th, 1997. I wake up on the asphalt with my future smeared all over it. What follows is a long, long recovery. Right Then Be Here Now drops and becomes my companion for the months ahead. Oasis are now on loop in my Walkman. If it's true that each of us ties a song, an album or a band to a memory or emotion, then my personal fight, my comeback, my hunger to prove myself, they're all knotted tight to this sound, to the movement it sparked, to this storm everyone's talking about now. "12 years later, ironically, again on August 27th, 2009, the band sees its final day. The next morning, Oasis would be no more.
Here, Noel Gallagher has announced he's quitting the band Oasis. He says he can no longer work with his brother Liam after a series of rows.
I'd kind of drifted away from them in the last few years, but the news hit me like thunder, like the final end of my youth and my rebellion. I heard it at the supermarket, over some news bulletin on the radio. I stopped dead and looked around, searching for a sympathetic glance. Nothing. Everyone just kept pushing their trolleys to the checkout. I stood there, frozen, for a couple of minutes. No time to process it. I just lifted the carpet and shoved my teenage years under it.
Well, it can't be real. What we don't touch, we cannot feel. Where we're living in this town, the sun is coming up and it's going down, but it's all just the same at the end of the day.
I saw Oasis live twice. First time, 2000, Milan, on my own. Bought the tickets at a bank. Had them posted by a fan I met on the early official forum. You know, those janky old chats. 10 hours in line that day. Headphones on. The Verve, Ashcroft, Pulp, Roses, The Who, OCS, Suede, Manic Street Preachers, Travis. Hell of a wait that. Noel didn't show that night, but when the show kicked off, none of it mattered. The dream was real. And when Acquiesce came on, Liam turned the mic to the crowd and the whole arena exploded. Goosebumps. Well, then he pretended the mic stand was a cock, but that's another story, innit? Second time, 2002, Rome. A boiling summer, me and Marco, about 20 hours on the train that time. It was the heathen chemistry era. That afternoon, we tried to reach them at their hotel. No way. The gig? An absolute bomb. After the show, Alan White tossed a drumstick into the crowd. We fought over it with some bloke for half an hour. But our train was about to leave, so we gave up and legged it. Fuck!
As I saw on the breeze, I can see
That train, packed with holidaymakers heading south. People everywhere. We slept on the floor in the corridors. And then, in the middle of the night, the bloody thing caught fire. We were the ones who pulled the emergency brake, you know. And there I was, clutching a poster in my hands, in the middle of fucking nowhere. That same poster, that's still here, 23 years on, hanging right in front of me.
'cause I got the fever.
Late summer, bonfire, talking, drinking, stargazing. I shut myself off, trying not to think about the job I just lost or the future, which feels like it's slipping away. Looking for a shooting star, hoping it'll carry my wishes if that's even a thing. Then something shifts. I check Facebook and spot a cryptic post. But I know, I just know.
Attesa tra i fan degli Oasis per l'annuncio di domattina, vedremo se sarà quello sulla loro reunion.
Continuano a rincorrersi voci sempre più pressanti di una possibile reunion degli Oasis.
Oasis, tutto pronto per la reunion?
A few days later, it's confirmed. August 27th, again 2024. The big announcement. Oasis are back.
It's the announcement of the year. The nation was poised beside their social media. Oasis are reuniting 15 years after they split.
The band Oasis has announced a UK and Ireland tour next year.
Someone lifted that rug and out came a tidal wave of teenage years I thought were long buried. Tickets? Nearly impossible. But this kind of story doesn't allow regret. Oasis chose me. I got picked in the pre-sale, and just like that, I'm in. July the 5th, 2025. We're off to Cardiff, second night of the tour, 10 months away. I could hardly believe it, but this strange anticipation, I couldn't name it. Do you know what I mean? Over those 10 months, part of that excitement faded, leaving space for occasional moments of reflection. Let's be honest, chances were this whole thing was just a massive money grab.
Now, there are just 2 weeks to go until Oasis begin their sold-out reunion world tour. First gig in Cardiff.
One of the merchandise shops, which opens this morning.
Yes, the buzz has begun. The fans have arrived. Have we been spending, people? Yeah. Yes, they have been spending.
Appeasing my 15-year-old self, maybe not the smartest call. In 30 years, everything's changed. Even the music industry has changed, and making money isn't the same as it used to be. An opportunity like this might be once in a lifetime. And to be honest, maybe no one would bat an eye, not even for a 15-year-old, who's now 45.
Here's the thought for every man who tries to understand what is in his hand.
I thought about it a lot, and I've been tossed between opposite feelings. That blind faith, the uncontrollable madness that pulls me towards them, is disturbed by some doubts. So now here I am, walking to the gates of the stadium, about to go inside. Questions racing through my mind. Why did I come this far? What am I doing here? What should I expect? What's changed in me over these 30 years? But most of all, after tonight, once the lights go down and the ringing kicks in, how old will I be? I don't have answers yet, but one thing I do know. If today everything feels exactly as it was 30 years ago, both inside me and all round, it must mean this circle ain't closed yet. And this is the only way to close it. So yeah, I'm meant to be here. So if this stadium is a giant time machine, let me rewind it all. Pencil in the cassette, turn it back. Let me forget that life kind of broke its promises. The world I wanted to change, changed on its own for the worse. Don't judge me. My place is right here, right now. Let me be 15 again, just for one more night, the last one. The real truth? The answer came much earlier, on the train. As we got closer to Cardiff, I saw more and more happy people balding in Adidas and bucket hats. That was enough to melt all my doubts away and make me realise I was in the right place. And once we arrived, the whole city was Oasis. Thousands and thousands showing off t-shirts, hoodies, hats, flags, beer everywhere, tambourines, smiles, pubs playing Oasis, street musicians blasting those same tunes. If heaven exists, mate, I want it to look like that. This was Beatlemania, but Oasis style, a dream. Impossible not to be sucked in head to toe. I had arrived in a place where time stuck in those magic years, and everyone's dead happy to be part of it, where it only takes one voice singing a line and dozens of strangers join in. Everything I dreamed for so long, right there, unfolding in front of me. And even better, much better than I ever imagined. And who cares about the crazy merch? Now I want to grab something for myself too. We're a human river, and for the first time we're all heading in the same direction, completely filled after 15 years of waiting and eager to scream, I'm here too! I wish I could share this moment with the whole world, because right now, in the air, there's a crackling energy, something electric I can't yet name. This isn't just a concert, this is a moment in history. A turning point, a legacy being written, just in front of us. Don't wake me up, please. So I'm right there, at the very entrance. Heart pounding, half a litre of Red Bull rushing through my veins. Didn't want to miss a second, and yeah, it all happened for real. I've got no words to probably describe this show. All I know is, it's one of those moments you live for. A moment I'd wish on everyone. A perfect plan, coming full circle, stirring every last emotion in this mortal shell. From 75,000 people singing I Am the Resurrection before the show, Richard Ashcroft, a living legend, summing it all up in a single line.
We're at the centre of the universe, right here, right now.
Richard, by the way, a concert with the tickets already paid for. Until finally, we're here. Oasis. After 16 long years, I see them walk on stage, Liam and Noel, together. The joy is immense. It feels like I'm reconnecting with old friends, older, wiser, fully aware they've got the world in their hands again. The next 2 hours will be the best of my entire life. It took half a second to lose control and find myself jumping and singing among 75,000 souls. That stadium was truly the centre of the universe in that moment. I saw joy, thousands of arms in the air, rivers of beer, voices broken, 40-year-olds crying like kids, adults losing it, teens jumping like we used to. I can't stop smiling. It was also damn perfect, mates. Thoughts, problems, shites, all disappeared into thin air. It was just us on this bloody planet. I laughed, I cried, I lived it, I cried again, without being judged. And yeah, I felt that pang, knowing it was all about to end. The concert carried on with the perfect playlist, the best I could have hoped for. Everything, every damn thing was perfect. The good news, we were just getting started. I don't know if these images can even capture what that night was all about. Take a minute, mates, and feel what it was like being right there, in the middle of it. I almost feel guilty talking over this masterpiece. I've got to admit, without a shadow of a doubt, Oasis still rock hard. They sound better than ever, if that's even possible. That unmistakable sound, straight to the veins. You can feel a different kind of maturity now. Everyone's a star on that stage, but no one's trying to steal the spotlight. He's the gravitational force of that galaxy, and he pulls it off with class. Boneheads, Gem, Andy, blending perfectly, never overstepping their role. Joey's shown he's up to the task, and adding his own touch of maturity we've all been waiting for after all these years. Liam, my friends. That voice is a gift from the heavens. It's pure fucking adrenaline. Municipality Stadium is a massive life centrifuge, mates. And we're lucky to be in, splashing around. Listen up, mates. Listen to how paradise sounds. Thinking about those two brothers. A long time ago, in a room in Burnage, Manchester, they decided to give it all, to chase their dreams and make them real. And I wonder just how much they've truly influenced my life. I don't know if my generation, or the ones that come after, will ever get a shot at something like this. 150,000 lives at Cardiff, and the million more that will follow at the other dates. They'll be marked forever, all of them. United by this indescribable feeling. This journey ends with the certainty that Oasis are the greatest, the last rock band in the world. After all this, I'll never doubt again. I'll be mad for it till the end of my days. From tomorrow, nothing will be the same. What I felt tonight, it gives meaning to everything and depth to what a person can truly feel. 'Cause in the end, something strange happened. The last song comes on, Champagne Supernova, and suddenly that deep sadness for the end of the most beautiful dream made way for something unique, a kind of fulfillment so big I could hardly grasp it. Peace, bliss, contentment, like every molecule in my body was aligned. For a moment, I was in sync with the whole universe. I felt every vibration, every note, every moment spent over the years waiting for this. I saw myself again, 30 years ago, in my room. The CDs, the records, the posters, my teenage dreams, before I knew they'd be shattered by life. That music was guiding me on a timeless journey where I could relive clearly the emotions I thought I'd buried forever. I felt it in every cell. I was alive. I was grateful to be alive. I was there with thousands of people. I was home. I was Liam, Noel, Paul, Gem, Andy, Joey. I was the music and those voices. That was it. The perfect night had been realised. The night I'd always dreamed of, the night I'll remember for the rest of my life. Friends, if you're wondering, the circle has finally closed, because the perfection of this plan also had me here today with the one I love on the very day we first met, just around the time Oasis had called it quits. And because, in the end, I got to face my past. All it took was looking it in the eye to finally make peace with it. And so it was also the night I could let go of my 15-year-old self. Forever. It couldn't have been any other way. There will never be another like it. Never, ever. Do you know what I mean?
The people will notice that the times are changing. It's just for now, but not for good. It's my feelings that I think you're draining.